What's happening, man? It's Asky Chuckwood, man. And today I'm right here playing darts 501. And I got a few things I want to tell y'all about me. Um as an artist, I try to be, on the creative side of art. I don't just give y'all, me when it comes to music, when it comes to filming, when it comes to doing interviews, when it comes to just intellecting my words, I try to be creative. I try to be, I try to be different, which I am different. I don't try to be. I know I am different. And I try to get y'all, from an aspect of, just being me. But like I say, I'm finna play a little darts, man. And I got the green heads, black tips today. And like I said, I'm playing 501. Um Hit five with that one. I got caught in my head. Damn, been hurt myself. But check it though. Ask you Chuckwood, man. Where I get my name from? I get my name from my homeboy, OG. Ask you OG. I was about, 13, 14 when brother gave me my name. I remember like it was yesterday, we was, hanging out in front of his mama house. That's when he had bro had the brown box. The box was brown at the time. Well, it could have been the blue box. I don't know, like what, but I know it was a box Chevy at the time. Bro looked at me. I looked at him. We fooling around, joking around and shit. And bro bust out and say, "You know what? Bro, I'm gonna name your ass Chuckwood. I'm gonna name you Chuckwood." Like, man, damn, where you come up with a name so fast? But ever since then I've been Chuckwood. I hit 20 right there. Ever since then I've been Chuckwood. Ask you Chuckwood. I hit 22 times in that round. Three. But yeah, so when it comes to what started me hanging on the block that I hung on, which is Cypress Avenue. God bless dead to my cousin, Bone. Bone started me hanging on that block because he went to school with OG, he went to school with John Ford, he went to school with, a whole lot of the other guys when he was younger. And, we eventually, because I always used to be up under my cousin Bone and shit. God bless dead, like I say. But I used to always be up under my cousin Bone. And Cuz was hanging on the block and stuff like that. And he used to always go hang out, after school or whatever it was. He always hung out with them same guys. And we were what's called I eventually started hanging out in front, hanging out with them guys too. And them became my brothers, you know. Them became my brothers. Yeah, like, yeah, still to this day, they're my brothers. Hey, the Bulls out right there. Hey, the Bulls out. I'm at 470. Question that I always, want to answer. How was I in school? I was actually shit, damn near a nerd, but I was a gangster at the same time, a hardhead at the same time, but I was, a nerd. I used to like to be by myself, but being amongst a crowd of people. Man, my third, fourth grade, fifth, sixth grade, I stayed back in the third grade. So my class that was with me in the third grade, they went past me. So I was with the underclass in the third grade. And, me being older than all them, I felt like I was, there to lead them. So, like they used to always gravitate to me. I remember Buck, them boy was going to Canal Point at the time. Though. I think them boy came to my school in the fifth or whatever it was, but Buck, De La, all them boys there. I met them boys in school and shit. I used to want them boys. They were my school homeboys and shit, sports homeboys. Um, but yeah, I was like a nerd in school, but shit, man, I could say I was smart as shit. I was smart as a motherfucker. I wanted to be a computer technician in school. Miss Everett. Miss Everett gave me the game on computers. Yeah, Miss Everett gave me the game on computer. That'd be hard, right? All right. It ain't working for me no more. No, it ain't working for me no more. Let's see. Okay, it is working. That's a bullseye. Just force the bullseye. But yeah, I was like a nerd, man. My grades always, was good if I wanted to apply myself and get good grades. Uh, I ain't give a fuck about that school shit. I was trying to run the streets in but once I got older. But I remember, like yesterday, man, I was coming to school every day faithfully, man. My 10th and 11th grade, yeah, I was coming to school faithfully, man. Had a 3.7 GPA the whole 10th grade year. My 11th grade year, I had, I say like a 2.5 or better the whole goddamn year. And I remember my 10th grade year, me and my brother Ask, them boy, like all my homeboys and shit, we'll, meet up, after school, during school, whatever it was. And I remember I got my report card, bitch. And I got them so happy, bitch. I saw my dog at school. I was like, bitch, look, bitch. And be like, look at what, bitch. And I showed out that report card. That bitch looked. I'm like, bro, your grades bad, mine, bitch. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. I like that school shit, man. I fell in love with that school shit, man. The little piss tail girl used to have a nigga doing their work. Oh, that's why. That's why my shit wasn't working right. I want to retrieve my darts. Okay, we good to go now. But yeah, like I used to goddamn. This shit ain't working right. My shit ain't working right. Okay, there we go. Good to go now. I'm moving too fast, I think. But yeah, them school days, man, nigga love that shit. Like I said, I was like a nerd. But yeah, another question. Where I was raised up at, so I was raised behind the school with my grandma and granddaddy. Yeah, I'm retrieving my thirst. I raised up behind the school with my grandma and granddaddy. And my daddy stayed, my uncle stayed there. My cousins, BJ Drill, my sisters Quashay, BB, and Pig. Um, my cousin AJ, my cousin CC eventually moved. She was, we were still young. She moved, went doing her own thing and shit. Um, Shay used to come. Uh, once eventually, my dad ended up getting a goddamn house and shit. And, like we moved out. But my favorite place was to stay at. I almost hit a 20. I hit a 1 though. I used to love to stay at my grandma. Yeah, I love to stay at my grandma's house. Okay, we're treating on darts. Yeah. Back to school. I only went to 3 schools my whole life. That was my elementary school, which was Polk Elementary. I went to Polk High School, which was Polk Middle Senior High School. We had our middle school and high school was together. So you was in the cell all the way to the 12th when I was going to school. School was fun and shit too. And then I went to Everglades Preparatory. That's when the nigga got bad and, just wanted to be a part of, a different crowd and shit. Cause niggas from Everglades, a female from Everglades, shit, people from Palm Beach. Different places they were going. That one school was Preparatory. Hell yeah, school was lit then. Boy, I'm talking about nigga was turning up. They beat niggas ass and talking about, yeah, running that shit for real. Running that shit for real, like, yeah. What got me into music? I say, man, I don't know if my dog Zico remember, but Zico was rapping and shit, and I was on house arrest, and bro used to come and see me and shit, come chill with me, smoke a black and mild and shit, man. And bro come through, goddamn, I go to writing and shit, have something to show him the next day when he do come back. Cause bro hit the porch goddamn with me, tell me what he got on his mind and rap his shit, and I'm like, bitch, I can see what I can do. And I went to goddamn making music. I went to write. I was like 16, I think I was like 16. That was my own. I was on house race at my grandma's house. I wonder if y'all remember that. I got to hit a bullseye. Stop playing, hit a bullseye. That was a fire. Yeah, that was a fire. But yeah, I started rapping. At first, writing and shit at my grandma's house on the porch, rapping to Zico. Yeah. Um, but I eventually started, taking it more serious once I went to jail and shit. I was in Miami. And the lady had the secretary of the program I was in, the jail shit I was in. The lady had the goddamn. Well, I had done got my hands on 20,000, and I didn't know what I was gonna do with all that motherfucking money. I didn't know what I was gonna do with all that motherfucking money. I eventually got a goddamn what you call it, a studio I built in jail. And goddamn me, Craig Griffin, goddamn Rad Barrel, my nigga Zoe from Miami, goddamn all them people. I'm talking about nigga from New York was in that bitch. I'm talking about all of them was in that bitch hanging out. And I was engineering them and making music, engineering my own music. I got a bullseye. Now that's 18. I'm wearing a bullseye on there. But yeah, we were making music and shit, and I say that when I started in jail, really recording and shit right there in jail. Still got my old music too. I got a bullseye. Ah, fuck, I got a bullseye and I ain't retrieved it. Oh, man. That's an uncalculated bullseye. Damn, I got 219 left. But yeah, that music shit just a nigga lifestyle, man. I'm gonna speak on what got me into darts. One night at the bar, yeah, I got a bullseye. I got a bullseye. One night at the bar, goddamn, and they betted me. They were gambling. And I told them this I beat them out the 2010, my 10 to they 20. And I spanked the nigga ass talking about bullseye to bullseye. Talking about I was throwing the bitch that night. First time playing, I think it was beginner's luck for real. Gonna get another bullseye right here. I was close. Again. I gotta get a bullseye. But yeah, I beat them niggas. I beat them boys ass that night in that dark game. I'm talking about I was throwing the bitch. Relationship goals. Man, when it comes to being in a relationship, bro, I want to get married, man. I done fucked enough hoes. I done, hung out with enough females. I done did all that shit. I never married a kid, and I never had a wife. I want to experience that. I want out my. I ain't treat her. I ain't started the game over. But yeah, I want a wife out of this shit, bro. I done, did a whole 9 year female. I done, experience that side of life. I want a wife out of this shit, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I want a wife out of this shit, dog. And kids, I want a wife before I make a kid. I want to be established. I got a bullseye. I need to talk more about the wife and the girlfriend shit. I made a bullseye on that. But yeah, I wanna experience the shit where my kids come to me and I be like, man, go ask your mama that dumb ass shit. Go ask your mama. And feel good when their mama agree with me. That's 20. Another book. I almost had a bullseye. I almost had another book. Oh my God. But yeah, I want to experience shit like that. I want to experience coming in from work and my little son snatched my motherfucking shoe screens out my shoes and goddamn, what you call it? Take my shoes off for work. I busted. I busted. So yeah, like that's a whole goddamn intellect ass be chuck with, man. As I was playing darts. Hell yeah. So like, yeah. Them a few questions I can answer tonight, man. I have more. Hey, you with a lot of more questions, man. I'm gonna answer. And it makes me just communicating with y'all, my fans. Um, so yeah, like I say, I'm gonna ask you Chuck Wood. Let's get it.